which was the lowest attended game among the opening 6 matchups in group play. This had some observers wondering if the presence of Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese would have the stands packed for Team USA. They drew the worst crowd. Team USA draws the lowest attendance. How's it feel? With her passing ability, she could have made things happen. Then she would have drawn excitement and eyeballs, and people the world over would have been watching her.
Stephen A. Smith just dropped a bombshell on Team USA basketball. Can you believe they left Caitlin Clark off the Olympic roster? The same Caitlin Clark who's been lighting up the WNBA and drawing record crowds. Smith didn't hold back. And now everyone's wondering, did Team USA just make the biggest mistake of the year? Let's talk about Caitlin Clark for a second. Have you seen what she's been doing lately? This girl isn't just good. She's changing the game in college. Clark was lighting up scoreboards and breaking records left and right. But here's the thing, it's not just about the numbers, it's about the way she plays, the excitement she brings, and how she's got everyone talking about women's basketball. Now you might be thinking, sure, she was great in college, but can she hang in the pros? Well, let me tell you, Caitlin Clark isn't just hanging, she's dominating. Since joining the WNBA, she's been packing arenas like nobody's business. We're talking an average of over 16,000 fans per game. That's not just good, that's league-leading stuff right there. But it gets even better. Remember the WNBA All-Star Game this year? It wasn't just popular, it was a record breaker. We're talking 3.4 million viewers. That's a 300% increase from last year. Can you believe that? And guess who was right in the middle of all that excitement now? Let's put this in perspective. Clark isn't just drawing crowds, she's bringing in the kind of attention usually reserved for top NBA stars. We're talking packed arenas, skyrocketing TV ratings, and social media buzzing nonstop. It's like every time she steps on the court, people can't look away. So here's where it gets really interesting. With all this buzz, all this excitement, all these records being broken, how is it possible that Team USA didn't want Caitlin Clark on their Olympic roster? It's like having a Ferrari in your garage and deciding to take the bus. Stephen A. Smith put it perfectly when he said Caitlin Clark is box office. It matters whether you like it or not. And he's right. In today's world, being a great player isn't just about what you do on the court, it's about the excitement you generate, the fans you bring in, and yes, the money you can make for the sport. Think about it, the Olympics are all about showcasing the best of the best. It's about bringing together athletes who can not only compete at the highest level, but also capture the world's attention.
That Caitlin Clark should have been on the team ahead of the 12 people selected ahead of her because of basketball. No. Team USA draws the lowest attendance. How's it feel?
And right now, there's nobody in women's basketball capturing attention quite like Caitlin Clark. Now, let's talk about Team USA's recent performance in international competitions. You might think they've been dominating like always, right? Well, not yet. Exactly. They've had some close calls and even a few shocking losses. Remember, the 2019 FBA World Cup Team USA finished 7 events 7th. That's not just disappointing, it's a wake-up call. But here's where it gets really interesting. The struggles aren't just about wins and losses, it's about how they're playing and who's watching. Let's look at their opening game against Japan in the recent tournament. You ready for this? Only 4,500 fans showed up. That's not a typo, 4,500 fans for Team USA. Can you believe it? Now you might be thinking, maybe that's normal for these games. Nope, not even close. Other games in the same tournament were packing them in Spain and China. They had crowds of 27,000 and 21,000. That's more like it, right? But Team USA, with all their star power, couldn't even fill a high school gym. So what's going on here? Is it just bad luck, or is there something missing from this Team USA roster? Let's break it down. They've got plenty of talent, no doubt, but when you look closely, you start to see some gaps. They're missing that spark, that player who can not only dominate on the court, but also draw on the crowds and light up social media. You know who could fill that gap? Yep, Caitlin Clark. We're talking about a player who's not just good, she's a game changer. She's the kind of player who makes people want to tune in, who gets fans excited about women's basketball in a way we haven't seen in years. And think about it, the Olympics are the biggest stage in sports. It's where legends are made, where the whole world is watching, and Team USA had a chance to showcase one of the most exciting young players in the game, but they passed on it. It's like having a secret weapon and deciding not to use it. Even Smith nailed it when he said Team USA's low attendance, especially compared to other teams, is embarrassing and reflects poorly on the selection committee for not including marketable players like Caitlin Clark. He's not just talking about filling seats, he's talking about missed opportunities. Imagine Caitlin Clark on that Olympic court. Picture her making those incredible long-range shots, threading impossible passes, and getting the crowd on Their feet, that's the kind of excitement Team USA is. Missing right now, that's the kind of player who could turn those empty seats into a packed house. Now, let's talk about the real issue. Here, marketing Stephen A. Smith hit the nail on the head when he said marketing matters in everything, promotion matters in everything. And you're not going to get around that he's not just blowing hot air, he's pointing out a huge missed opportunity for Team USA.
I can't stand the Olympics. I'm not talking about the games. I'm not talking about the competition. I'm talking about the way the Olympics treats people, particularly the media. I said marketing matters in everything. Promotion matters in everything. And you're not going to get around that. That is what I said. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? That's why you should have had Caitlin Clark.
Think about it, the Olympics aren't just about winning medals, they're about showcasing the best athletes in the world and getting people excited about sports. And right now, there's no one in women's basketball generating more excitement than Caitlin. Remember those attendance numbers we talked about earlier. The Indiana Fever with Clark Lowe in the charge is averaging over 16,000 fans per game. That's not just good, it's 4,000 more than the next closest team. Can you imagine what kind of buzz she could bring to Team USA? But it's not just about filling seats, it's about creating a global brand. The NBA figured this out years ago. They didn't just send their best players to the Olympics, they sent their most marketable stars. Remember the Dream Team? That wasn't just about winning gold, it was about spreading basketball fever around the world. Now Team USA had a chance to do the same thing with women's basketball. Ball they could have showcased Caitlin Clark on the biggest stage in sports. Imagine that. Highlight reels, the social media buzz, the new fans tuning in just to see what all the fuss is about. That's the kind of exposure you can't buy. But instead, they're missing out. They're missing out on the merchandise sales, the increased viewership, the sponsorship opportunities. They're missing out on the chance to turn casual viewers into diehard fans. And in today's world where attention is currency, that's a costly mistake. And you might be thinking, but isn't it just about the best players? Sure, SK matters, but in international competition, star power matters too. It's about fielding a team that can not only win on the court, but also win hearts and minds around the world. As Stephen A. Smith gets this, he's not just thinking about the next game or the next tournament. He's thinking about the future of women's basketball. He's thinking about how to grow the sport, how to get more people interested, how to turn it into a global phenomenon. And that's where Caitlin Clark comes in. She's not just a great player, she's a walking, talking, three-point shooting marketing machine. She's the kind of player who can make people fall in love with the game, and Team USA just left her on the bench. So why exactly did Team USA leave Caitlin Clark off the roster? Let's break it down. Some say it's about experience. Clark's still young, and international play is a whole different ball game. Others argue it's about team chemistry. Maybe they think she doesn't fit the system, but here's the thing, are those reasons good enough to pass on a player who's changing the game? Now, let's talk about Clark's playing style. Have you seen her on the court? She's not just a scorer, she's a playmaker. Her passing is off the charts, and she can hit shots from anywhere. Imagine that kind of creativity and international play where every possession counts. Clark could be the spark that lights up Team USA's offense. But it's not just about what Clark can do, it's about what she represents. She's the future of women's basketball. Leaving her off the team isn't just a missed opportunity for now, it's a missed chance to build for the future. Coach Dawn Staley even said Clark's chances would have been higher if the selection had occurred later. That's a big hint that something needs to change.
Speaking of NBC's Mike Tirico, South Carolina coach Dawn Staley said Clark's chances of making the team would have been a lot higher if she and her fellow committee members were selecting the roster today rather than several weeks ago. Caitlin Clark is just a rookie in the WNBA. Wasn't playing bad, but wasn't playing like she's playing now. If we had to do it all over again, the way that she's playing, she would be in really high consideration of making the team because she's playing head and shoulders above a lot of people.
So what's the fix? Maybe it's time for Team USA to shake things up. What if they started looking at more than just experience? What if they considered star power, marketability, and the ability to grow the game? It's not about throwing out the old system, it's about adapting to a changing landscape. Experts are weighing in, and they're not holding back. They're saying Clark's presence could be a game changer for Team USA. It's not just about winning games, it's about winning fans. Clark has this incredible ability to make people excited about women's basketball. Isn't that exactly what you want in an Olympic team? Think about it. The Olympics are a global stage. It's a chance to show the world the best of the best. And right now, Caitlin Clark is one of the best and brightest stars in basketball, period. Not having her on the team feels like leaving your best player on the bench in the championship game, but here's where it gets really interesting. This isn't just about one player or one tournament. It's about the future of Team USA and women's basketball as a whole. How do we make sure we're not just fielding a good team, but an unforgettable one? How do we ensure that Team USA isn't just winning games, but winning hearts? Imagine a Team USA with Caitlin Clark leading the charge. Picture the highlight reels, the social media buzz, the new fans tuning in from around the world. That's the kind of impact a player like Clark can have. It's not just about what happens on the court, it's about growing the game globally. So here's the million-dollar question. How does Team USA balance tradition with innovation? How do they honor the system that's brought them success while also embracing the new wave of talent that's changing the game? It's a tricky balance, but it's one they need to figure out if they want to stay on top.